If my homie had a fallout with a girl, why? No! I do want to watch this video by Slackin'. Shout out to the Brody. You already know. He made a video breaking down the entire Lacy situation. I'm surprised he posted this because he was going back and forth with Lacy and they sent him like threatening DMs saying that they were gonna sue him and like all this stuff.
Went out to dinner with a group of people and
Catch a vibe. Thank you for the follow.
And yes, Darla was there.
For some reason, Lacy is allowing Darla to completely destroy his life. It's gotten so bad that his friends have started to lose respect for him, and
Bro, why is he linking back up with her? I thought things like genuinely changed in his life. Like Lacy's getting more money, his career is going good, he lost all the weight, he getting haircuts, he's doing more girl content. It's like, why would you go back to a girl who blatantly used you, bro? If she did that once, she has the potential to do it again.
Decided to take a small break from streaming because of it.
I don't do this, I've never done this, but I'm gonna be taking some time away from streaming.
If you still don't fully understand the entire story behind Lacy and Darla, I would definitely recommend you check out this video right here, as the first like 40 minutes of that video will explain the entire story that we know of from start to finish.
It's crazy because I bet you at this moment in time, like he was probably getting paid, but no girls were probably showing him any type of attention except for her. And it's like when you're a guy and you're not really getting that attention from a girl, and especially she's like spending an extended period of time being nice, that probably like really warmed his heart in a different way than any other girl that he's been around, because now he knows the game. But back then he didn't know, so he was more gullible and naive, so she left an imprint on him. Bro, how you got a soul tie without hitting? What? Well, maybe he did hit, who knows? But he probably associates all of that with like a good times. Like it's like nostalgic, bro. Most people like him never got actual attention from women. Yeah, you can tell like in the streaming world who was getting girls before the fame and who wasn't. Cause like the same story plays out in so many different ways. You feel me? Like the same thing happened to Jinxie. Hey, we don't talk about the Jinxie situation. Same thing happened to Jinxie. Same thing happened to Aiden. Now it happened to Lacy. It just goes down like that. You feel me? Feel me?
But long story short, early on in Lacy's streaming career, he would start doing these streams with this girl that goes by the name of Darla.
Oh, she's here.
I'm scared. Guys.
I have something for you.
What? Oh,
Holy chopped.
And despite it being very obvious to literally everybody that watched his streams,
Like, look, come on, bro. He probably was not hanging out with girls like that at the time.
Darla did not actually like Lacy. Lacy would very quickly catch feelings for Darla, since Lacy was, if we're being honest, a nerd. And it was most definitely his first time getting any attention from a girl that didn't look like Princess Fiona in ogre form. And despite everybody in Lacy's inner circle telling him that Darla did not actually like him, and that Darla was most definitely using him, and despite me making a video lining up the dates and showing Lacy that Darla was hanging out with her quote-unquote ex.
It's really crazy, bro. Because if you a girl, there's really no reason for you to be broke. Like, it's so, like finessing guys is a full-time job. Like, that's really crazy. I gotta show y'all, bro. She came up 100K followers on Twitch off, bro. Wait, was she doing friends only? Whoa, was she doing friends only? Could we get a verification? If she was doing friends only, the writing was on the wall, gang. She didn't like you. She just wanted to promote her.
Wait, I need a good song.
Oh god, I'm actually happy for it. Chad,
I need a good song.
Had like a level like 23 hype train last night and she had 100K followers.
Ooh, wait, level 23 hype train? She was getting paid off his community? That's crazy, bro. Writing was on the wall. I can't even fake it.
Ex, while also hanging.
I feel like this is why, like, low key, when I get to a point like this, I can't be with a girl who doesn't have anything going on. Like, when you have a name, I don't think you can be with a girl who doesn't have a name unless she's hidden from the public.
Out with,
because like if one person just stands to gain and the other person just loses, it's like, yo, you feel me? But obviously, like, Lacy was also using her back then too. People don't even talk about that. Girl content, people like that, especially on Twitch, because a lot of the people who watch girl content don't get girls, so they start living vicariously through the streamer. So it's actually better for you, just like the T-Bank situation. Remember, he was faking being single? It's actually better for you to be single because you can do more content than being in a relationship. And it's funny because on YouTube, it's the other way around. It's actually better for you to be in a relationship so y'all can start a couples channel. I wasn't getting girls like that. Nizzy guided me to be like, what? Nizzy guided me like a real unk. I got you.
Lacy would continue.
I'm not gonna lie, unpopular opinion, getting girls is not hard. You just need to be with a girl that actually likes you and values you. Because if you sit here and you constantly try to put energy into a girl who doesn't like you like that, no matter what you do or say, she'll just won't like you. A lot of times we feel like we can try to change a girl into feeling some type of way about us, but if she doesn't let it be known like off rip that she's like crazy about you, there's no point. Do you know what I mean? Because I've been in situations like that where I told a girl, I'd be like, yo, like I'm really feeling you, whatever, like we could really be some together if we came together. And like I've had girls like kind of entertain it because it's like they just want to see what's up, but at the same time, if she's not really feeling you like that, it's not worth it. Just move on to the next. Find a girl that actually likes you and that'll actually put effort into a relationship.
You two genuinely spend time.
I try, but they all got a boyfriend. Bro, you're a homewrecker.
With Darla off stream, and even go as far as to go behind his friends' backs and tell Darla everything they were saying about her.
We would sit him down and talk to him, and then he goes tell Darla. So it's like, look at this nigga face. God, Lacy gotta be one of the funniest niggas I know. So nigga be like,
because he didn't know the game.
But it wouldn't take long before we figured out that Darla really was one of the biggest 304s we
see. This is why guys need to get their hearts broken early so they know the game.
Ever seen when we found out that she was in fact still having a relationship with
this is a great hold on. What the was going on here, bro? Did he have the R6? I think that's called the R6. Yo, willingly getting the R6 cut is crazy work, bro.
We've ever seen when we found out that she was in fact still having a relationship with her ex-boyfriend Bryce, while also possibly flirting with Lacy's cameraman at the time, Santi, while she ran up hundreds of thousands of dollars a month from Twitch and Snapchat views.
I went back to a girl that cheated on me.
What's good, Adapt?
Farmed $100,000 a month on me on Snapchat.
I did not go back.
She was flexing her Snapchat numbers at your expense.
Added you.
What are we talking about? She's a terrible person.
Did she not like?
She dead ass a terrible person, bro.
And the crazy thing is, like, if your boys have to continuously keep telling you and you're not listening, that's a problem.
Bro.
It was an unbelievably embarrassing moment for Lacy. And that goes without me talking about the fact that she did basically the same exact thing to Clicks only about a year or two earlier. And Clicks is actually the person that put Lacy onto
Wait, she did the same thing to Clicks?
streaming in the first place. And because of Lacy's decision to link back up with her, we would actually—
Gang, if my homie had a fallout with a girl, why would you do that? I would never put myself in that situation. That's crazy.
Find out that it goes even deeper than we thought, because
you can't ignore, bro. That's already a red flag. If you just keep going, if you keep ignoring the signs, you're gonna crash, risking his dignity. Yeah, literally.
Darla even tried to get Lacy to stop being friends with all of the Faze guys.
What?
Borderline tried to like make us stop talking.
And despite knowing all of this, despite Darla—
she was trying to manipulate him. She tried to, bro, whenever somebody tries to distance you away from all your friends, it's because they're the voice of reason. So she wanted to just have that full control. She wanted to just puppeteer the whole thing. Oh, hell nah.
Literally being banned from the Faze house, hated by everybody in that house, Lacy would still go out on
Damn, she would have ended his career. And in the moment that he was broke and he had nothing else to offer, she would have left him and just did the same thing all over again, bro. Oh my God, she trying to run an isolation play on bro and steal the ball, exactly.
Date with Darla behind the back of all of his boys. So this whole situation really started when Lacy would walk into—
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is why, if a girl's too pretty, that's a red flag, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If she too pretty, gang, I'm telling you, bro, that pretty shit is really ugly behind the scenes.
To Silky's stream and asked the girl that Silky had on stream to move his car because he had somewhere to be.
If I didn't have the swole,
Let me move it really quick.
And Lacy was low-key about it. You could tell something was going on. It looked like Lacy had something to hide. So Silky would start asking him where he's going, which is totally normal for friends to do.
You going to like a party or something?
Yeah. I'm going to the club.
It's 8. Oh, so you going out with a girl?
Who is she?
I'm not going out.
You can't lie to Silk.
I'm dead ass.
You're not even streaming today.
I know. I took a day off.
Oh, who is she?
There's no girl.
You only don't stream for a girl.
And Lacy would just flat out lie to Silky, telling him that he's gonna go catch a vibe with Marlon.
Interleave Marlon all day.
That doesn't have to do with what you're about to do
I
right
know.
now.
I'm going to hang out with Marlon.
You about to go hang with Marlon right now?
Yeah.
I said we can tag along.
No, we don't want to like stream or something. If you don't want to end stream and pull up, more than welcome to.
So it's you and Marlon?
Yeah.
So what y'all want to do?
Just try to catch a vibe. Bro, listen. Sarah,
He's not a good liar.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Silky, I love you, bro.
And Silky would immediately know that something was going on. He knew that Lacy was lying to him.
Why was he wearing a COVID mask? Because he had he was breaking out in hives because he ate a strawberry.
Bro, he said I'm just gonna go catch a vibe.
Dude, I'm just gonna go catch a vibe with my bro. God forbid a bro tries to catch a vibe with the bruz. Alright, let me shut up. That was very cringe. Grown man.
I don't know.
And while this was going on, and really like a couple hours leading up to this interaction, Lacy's community over on Twitter was absolutely going crazy. So throughout that entire day, Darla was seemingly intentionally posting hints that she was hanging out with Lacy. So I think she first posted that she was in LA in the first place. I wasn't able to find that post
Wait, she got flued out?
personally, but I did see people talking about it, which obviously perked the interest of Lacy viewers. Then she would post this selfie right here. At first, it just looks like a normal picture, but that's when Lacy fans would notice that there's actually white Air Force Ones right behind her. Now, a lot of people were saying those were Lacy's shoes. Now, let's be honest, that's pretty far-fetched.
Those are like, bro, everybody got a pair of some white Air Force Ones. Those are essentials. That could be anybody.
These white Air Force Ones are one of the most common shoes that people probably wear, and both girls and boys wear them. But nonetheless, all of the 9-year-olds that watch Lacy were absolutely going crazy over this picture. And I'm sure Darla was seeing all this attention she was now getting over on Twitter,
Dollar
on
signs.
Snapchat, and likely all of her social medias. As I could only imagine her—
And she was probably ramping up those snaps, because Snap, low-key, that's another one of those platforms you can make so much money, bro. There's creators that post like 50 snaps a day, like David Dobrik, DDG was doing it. Oh my God, Kai does it.
Her DMs were blowing up with people
bag.
asking if she was with Lacy. So Darla took her opportunity to get as much attention as she possibly could on this situation by posting a picture of herself in Lacy's—
That's a dead giveaway. Because that's Lacy's Urus. That is the— whoa. She let it be known.
car mirror. And of course, this could have been any car mirror, but it was pretty obvious that this was Lacy's matte black Lamborghini Urus.
Yep.
And Lacy's parasocial fans would confirm this when they would find a diagram of Lacy's exact car mirror, make and model and everything, and compare it to that picture. Unfortunately, I'm not able to find
that's like, yo, some of these parasocials is like next level detectives
in that picture anymore, but honestly, it doesn't really matter, as all of this has been confirmed anyways, and that was Lacy's car. But like I said before, all of this was happening leading up to and during Lacy's interaction with Silky. So right when Lacy walked away, Silky's chat would tell him to check Lacy's community on Twitter, and he would end up seeing everything we just talked about.
I was once in Lacy's position at one point. Every man needs to be at this point. It's a canon event.
Look at Lacy's com. Oh. No. Oh my God. They're detectives. They're detectives. Oh.
And then people try to get mad at Marlon, saying, why didn't you say anything to stop them? Bro, let me tell you, that don't matter. When you are a grown man, there's nothing that another grown person can do to stop you when your mind is set on something. You just have to let that person do what it is that they want and learn from the consequences. That's just what it means to be an adult.
But how do you know this is even in LA? Oh, she posted that she in LA. Oh, they try to say this is Lacy's shoes.
But it wouldn't be until Ron found out that Lacy was with Darla that we really got to see the full effect that Darla had on the entire house, not just Lacy. So right around the time that Silky saw the picture of Darla in Lacy's car, Ron would also see that picture on Twitter.
What is this I'm seeing on Twitter? In a Urus?
Yo, where are you going?
Nah, I need a sip of water.
The smoke's coming over here.
That's Lacy's cameraman, Drew.
And although Ron isn't so mad that he's like screaming at people, you can tell that he's genuinely shocked that Lacy is with Darla, and maybe even a little bit disappointed, even going as far as to call Lacy. But of course, Lacy—
they treating her like a bad addiction. like he doing fit and Like, yo, like you addicted to perks.
Didn't answer.
But I just call Lacy.
Oh my god. He's not gonna pick up.
I mean, he is on his phone, it says. Oh, he's not picking up.
Wow, the smoke's getting over.
Smoke's getting over. Maybe we should go to a different room. Oh, he didn't pick up.
You have a nice room upstairs.
It's kind of odd.
That's when Silky would go
you.
downstairs to find Ron so he can talk to him about the picture they both just saw.
We have a bigger problem.
What?
They just put in the calm, and Lacy's calm.
I'm not dealing with it, bro. It's not my business.
So what were you doing with yourself?
I was talking to Drew, and then I realized, yo, it's not my place. You know why? You know why, bro? He's a grown-ass man. He can make his own decisions.
And without a doubt, you can tell that Ron is completely sick of Lacy's. He's definitely trying to hold it back for the stream and not make a big deal out of this, but hearing your friend, someone that cares about you, say the words, he's a grown-ass man, is never a good thing, as that is a friend
you know
that is tired of getting their thoughts
Yeah, you tell him so many times that this is not gonna work. What are you doing? It just is what it is, bro.
and their opinions completely disregarded, which is clearly what Lacy is doing, as everybody else in the house is sick as of Darla, and I'm sure they've had plenty of talks about this without the cameras on. And at this point, Lacy's really looking like cuck of the year. I mean, Lacy got used by this girl for almost an entire year.
Nah, he's SIMP of the year.
Whole time bro is thinking he's dating her while she's secretly actually talking to her ex, Bryce, who was really her boyfriend the whole time. She made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of him between all of her social medias. She even tried her hardest to get blacked by Silky and a couple of other dudes when she got left alone by Lacy.
Wait, what? What? Huh? To get what?
Of thousands of dollars off of him between all of her social medias. She even tried her hardest to get blacked by Silky and a couple of other dudes when she got left alone by Lacy at a content house.
Me, X, and Gar was talking, right? And I was telling her this. Me, X, and Gar was talking, and we're just on some chill shit. And she's looking at Celine, and Celine could confirm this, right? She's talking to Celine, and she's like, oh my God, like, I wouldn't know which one to pick. Like, they're all so...
Is that not enough, bro? This clip, bro, look how crazy this clip is making him look. No!
so hot. She's talking about me, Gara, and X.
And while she was doing that, she was also her ex-boyfriend Bryce while staying with him in Florida where she lives when she wasn't hanging out with Lacy in LA. And even though Lacy managed to get a lying before it was too late, before she sucked him dry of all of his clout and money before it was too late, even though Lacy lost 200 pounds.
207 pounds!
Nice.
That means that I am almost under 200 for the first time since my sophomore year of high school, bro.
Whoa.
I'm telling you guys, by the end of the year, I'm gonna weigh under 185 by the end of the year. Hopefully, that's the goal. That's the goal.
Grew his
You
Twitch-
see, like, as a dude, it's like you gotta constantly be grinding. Like, you dad have to be on your Sun Jin Woo. You have to be in the gym. Your money's gotta be right. You have to be charismatic. You gotta know how to talk.
channel significantly and became a multi-millionaire, he still decided to go back to her. Absolutely cuck of the year. And I know there's at least a few Lacy fans that have already left this comment.
Well, slacking. He just went on a date with her, you idiot. He's not dating her.
Man, if you don't shut the up, you know how little respect you have to have for yourself to even give this girl that time of day after
He should have cut her off immediately after hearing that news from last year.
she did you this wrong, after she lied to not only you, but all of your friends. How you could ever give this donkey face
Literally. Bro, I literally said the same thing earlier, A-Will. Oh my God.
even a second out of your day ever again completely blows my mind. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. I really don't care if it hurts anyone's feelings. Most of these top streamers, and I mean most, are losers at heart. They may be making millions of dollars a year, but they're still nerds. And the first girl that they deem overly attractive, that gives them even a little bit of attention, they're gonna fall in love with them, and they're gonna have a really hard time letting that go. We saw it with Neon, who ultimately
I forgot about Neon.
OnlyFans girl. We saw it with Jinxie, who got embarrassed by Brecky Hill for 7 to 8 months straight and lost respect of a lot of his fans because of it. And his career really didn't rebound until he got rid of that. And this Lacy Darla situation is really no different from those other two. So the next day after all this happened and all the Faze guys figured out what Lacy was doing, he would hop on stream and he would admit that he went to dinner with Darla.
Yes.
At least he admitted it.
I went out to dinner with a group of people, and yes, Darla was there. Yes, we went to dinner.
Which we all already knew that at this point. It really wasn't a question, but you can tell by Black Boy Max's reaction to him saying that all the rest of the boys in the house really do feel some type of way about Darla being around whatsoever. Black Boy Max would actually go into Lacy's room and flat out just tell him the truth. He's being a dumbass right here.
You're a dumbass.
Huh.
Darla's not a good person. You're a dumbass. Either you...
Money might not unlame you, but being broke and cool is not smooth. I mean, bro, being broke is not cool, but at the end of the day, it's like, you get what I mean. They both are not good.
And that's when Darla would pull one of the craziest moves I think I've ever seen. She would put "The comeback is Saturday" right under her name on her Twitch account.
So do people.
Oh no.
What? What?
Nah, I know your can't be Photoshop this shit.
Move this.
That's gotta be
Damn, she knew she was gonna get that free motion all over again.
the fact that we even looking at, and you know,
It's not real.
oh my god, oh my god.
It is real.
Yo, you might be, yeah, you're the biggest. I'm not gonna lie, I gotta stop making
I don't
fun
know.
of you. You're
No.
the biggest all time.
I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not even trying to do this on camera. The only thing I will say on stream is I don't know why you do this to yourself.
I mean, come on, Lacy. And Ron says it right there. Why do you do this though? Like I said earlier in the video, you've lost like 200 pounds. You're a multi-millionaire. And I mean, no homo, but you're not an ugly person. You could go get any broomstick you want walking around LA. Any skeleton you want walking around LA. Why is it that you want this particular bucktooth? Is something that I just personally cannot figure out.
I mean,
That's when Ron would leak a little bit more information that we never knew of, claiming that Darla basically tried to make Lacy stop talking to either Ron or all of the Faze guys.
how?
Like she borderline tried to like make us stop talking to each other. And I was here like 5 months ago, even off cam, telling you, yo, it's not this, not that. It just...
You could tell he being real too. He don't even give a f if people know this. It's some shit that he had to say off his chest.
I mean, I just can't fake it, you know? Because even yesterday, when you remember, I just was like ignoring it, but man, that's crazy. Her Twitch style saying that's crazy.
Now, I can't figure out exactly what he means by that here, but it's very obvious that there's more information about Darla that we never found out, that
That's
they
real.
talked about off stream, which is absolutely
Yeah, and people tried to say they, Nizzy tried to say they weren't real friends. Like, come on, bro. Real friends wouldn't. That's real friendship right there. You ain't gotta work.
insane if true, because the information that we already do know is mind-boggling. So if there's more that Darla did that we don't know about, then I could only imagine just how upset everybody in the Faze house really is at Lacy. And despite seeing just how upset everybody in the Faze house is at Lacy, despite seeing that Darla is about to boot up her Twitch stream for the first time in 10 months after hanging out with Lacy once, he still tried to defend her by claiming that it's probably said that on her Twitch account for weeks now.
No.
Everyone's just now seeing it because he hung out with her.
How do you feel about that? What does that comeback Saturday stream make you feel?
Seriously.
What is honestly?
Did you know about that?
No.
Did you know?
No.
Of course not.
But if I had to guess, I don't think that, like, there's no way she just changed her title to that. That's probably there.
The comeback stream Saturday? That's meaning like, yo, this Saturday. Like, she had to have changed it within the last couple.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, they aren't, like...
Bro, you're in delusion.
No, I know.
How you can be this delusional, I truly don't know. Darla must have let bro break cheeks for the first time with her, because I just cannot figure out why he's so hooked
Y'all think he cracked?
on this particular. I'm sure Click's being with her first has something to do with it, because if you know anything about Lacy, then you know he absolutely loves sharing girls with his boys. But after Ron did his best to drill into Lacy's head that Darla's a street sweeper and that she does not actually like Lacy and she just wants to use him, Ron and Max would leave the room and Lacy would end up taking this stream down. So I'm not entirely sure what was said by Lacy after that interaction, but the next day Lacy would post this video on his Twitter.
I'm making this video for you guys so I can be honest and transparent from the jump. I talked to people around me and realized that I was in this state of mind where I saw everything people were saying because of decisions I was making, and I thought that it was me against the world, everyone hates me, and I was victimizing myself, to be honest, and trying to use that to cope, knowing I was making bad decisions. I'm gonna explain to you guys where I'm at mentally and where I've been mentally over these past few weeks, months. I know my friends are upset with me and I let them down, and that hurts me more than anything because those are the people I love and genuinely care about, and seeing them upset with me because I'm not putting myself first and I'm letting other people take advantage of me over and over and over again, and what not only me but we've built as a group, and that hurts me.
So it seems like Lacy is really starting to open his eyes and realize that a lot of these girls,
I don't know. I hope that was genuine. I hope he didn't just say that to try to shake everything off and behind the scenes, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Especially Darla, are really just here to use him. But then Lacy would go and say this.
Mentally, in general, I started this because I genuinely enjoyed streaming. I fell in love with it, going live every day, having fun, excited to stream. And over the past few months, I've slowly seen that slipping away. And I think it's because I see my community slipping into this toxic state of every move being judged under a microscope. And I haven't really handled it the best.
And I just don't think Lacy—
What do you even do in a situation like that?
He realizes just how much his content choices affect how his community is treating him. The only people that are sitting down and watching Lacy get used by girls all day are losers or literal children that don't realize—
Yeah, it's just kids.
realize that the content they're watching is fake and sad. And I totally understand that Lacy gets more views when he hangs out with girls on stream, but chasing views is exactly what got you in this situation in the first place.
Yeah, see, it all comes back, bro. Same thing with Deshae. Oh my god, those people aren't there for the right reasons.
Originally met Darla while live streaming at Aiden Ross's setup. You already had plenty of clout before doing the Darla shit. You had plenty of viewers, plenty of subs on Twitch before you ever brought anybody else onto your live streams. And you just admitted that back then you enjoyed streaming way more. Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought why that is? It's because you're constantly bringing these people onto your streams that don't actually like you. They don't actually want to be around you. They just want to get their followers up on Instagram. That would make anybody not enjoy what they're doing as much as they did previously. So instead of chasing views—
I mean, he seems drained
all the time, why don't you just go back to your roots? Go back to what got you here in the first place. Because
bro, should probably feel like a nutsack.
It definitely wasn't Darla, and it wasn't any other girl that you brought onto your stream. It was you. And sure, your views might go down a little bit at the start, but overall, the people that really enjoy you for you are gonna stay. And in the long run, I truly believe that it will actually make your views go up, as people are gonna start watching you again because they enjoy you, not because they want to see you get used by some random that you brought on stream. But it's clear to me that Lacy's main priority is making as much money as possible and not actually enjoying the type of content he's making. There's just no chance that Lacy is truly happy having all these girls around him that don't—
I think he got a passion for it. I just think, yeah, sometimes you get caught in that sometimes, like—
actually want to be around him. There's really so many lessons that we can learn from Lacy in this situation. If someone ever does you wrong, especially this wrong, embarrasses you in front of all of your friends, even tries to get you to not be friends anymore with your closest ones, that's a toxic ass person.
Yeah, that's definitely toxic. What did it say? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, can't be fooled again, bro.
Want them in your life whatsoever. And once you finally do get them out of your life, you got to keep them gone, because that is not the type of energy you want in your life whatsoever. And if you're someone like Lacy, some sort of internet personality whatsoever with any kind of following, it's really as simple as don't put any relationship you have on the internet. And if someone you're with isn't okay with you not putting them on the internet, then they're probably with you for their own personal gain. Stop letting these street sweepers into your lives, boys. Save your time and your energy for somebody that actually wants to be there. Especially if you're like 25 or younger, bro, you have your whole life ahead of you. Focus on yourself, hit the gym, boss the up, and whatever you do, do not be like Lacy. With that being said though, boys, that right there is where I'm going to end this video. So if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to—
more than 3 times. Shout out my boy Slacking, man, dropping that quality content. He dropping that quality content. That shit was a banger. That shit went triple platinum, bro. That's that J. Cole, man.